Michael Knowles completely owns a transgender student.
I'm standing here now, a biological male wearing a dress with a pair of leggings. Do you sincerely believe that I should be subject to punitive justice on the basis of what I'm wearing? And if so, are you willing to turn yourself in for wearing women's panties in your gay college film?
Well, I'll take those questions in order, I guess. The first one, I would encourage you to behave as a man, is what I would do, because you are a man, and I don't know how exactly you came to the point where you think you're a woman or very much would like to be a woman, but you aren't. And I don't think anyone who is affirming your delusion is helping you. I don't think that they're actually an ally of yours. I think they're lying to you, and I think it's very disrespectful, and I think it will not lead to your flourishing. I think it will only immiserate you. And so you might hate me for telling you the truth, but I think the truth will set you free. And furthermore, your masquerading as a woman does infringe on the legitimate rights of other people, the rights of women to have their own bathrooms. I don't know if you're an athlete. I'm not much of an athlete myself, but the rights of women to have their own sports leagues and the like. That is not something that you have a right to do, no matter how sincerely you believe the fantasy that you're a woman. As to that Yale thesis film, this thing dogs me. You know, back in my wayward youth, I was never a transvestite or a homosexual or anything, but I was something even more morally suspect. I was a professional actor. And I played 200 roles, I would estimate, in my acting career. Soldiers, football players, real macho guys. But you play one half-gay guy in a Yale thesis film one time, it's all anybody wants to talk about. And by the way, I don't remember the exact wardrobe from that undergraduate thesis film, but I think it was male attire, but it was a bit risque. There's no question about that. The only further thing I will say about that Yale undergraduate thesis film, that is the most heterosexual thing that has ever been produced at Yale University, okay? So in the land of the blind, I guess, the one-eyed man is king. In any case, I think your second question was a little bit more of a joke. Your first question, it seems like a sincere question, and my answer to you is sincere.
Wow, this interaction was really funny and great. Michael Knowles is just so smart, and the way that he articulated his points were acerbic, yet factual, yet lucid and eloquent. I don't know if there's enough words I can say, but he touched on something that I think he could have gone into even more deeply. That, you know, the liberals all used to say the future is female. And I think that has been lost because now we have women who are athletes, let's say, who have to compete against men. And now they're missing opportunities on that podium. They're missing gold medals. They're missing scholarships to college, the Olympics, awards, financial compensation, sponsorships. The list goes on and on because they're being beaten by biological males. That doesn't make the future female. That is not a feminist take. Moreover, having men in women's spaces, which are difficult and uncomfortable enough, especially when there are children around, does not enhance the cause of any woman. A biological male should never be in a naked or compromising situation with someone else's child or a woman who is changing. And I think that's where the conversation should really start. And I understand that this student was trying to insult Michael Knowles by saying he was a crossdresser, and the way he handled that was hilariously funny, by the way. He said that was the most heterosexual thing to ever come out of Yale, so what does that say about Yale? And he's probably right. Not to go too far here, but when I have friends that say, oh my gosh, I want my son or daughter, well, let's say, I want my son to go to Harvard, or Yale, or Princeton, or Brown, or any of these horrible brainwashing facilities that cost $8 million. I say, is your son white? Do you know how white males get treated on these campuses? It's all DEI, baby. These white males are the oppressors. They are toxic masculinity. And that's all you're learning at these places. And I appreciate that this individual was at least not screaming and yelling and crying. But regardless, Michael Knowles nailed it.